even when you pick out a new home to be built, you put down a deposit, you sign on the dotted line. Our I-Team found that some would-be buyers have had their dream home taken away.
Investigative reporter Brian New talking to some home buyers who were blindsided by what we're talking about.
It's not only catching buyers off guard, but it's putting them in a difficult spot. And yet builders say it's all right here in the fine print of nearly every new home contract. It's a builder's cancellation clause, and it allows a builder to back out of a deal and then resell the home at a higher price.
My wife and I were looking to kind of move a little bit farther out in the country.
For Lane and Lauren Sharon and their one-year-old daughter, it was supposed to be their dream home. In July, Lane signed a contract and put a $10,000 deposit on a new home in this Salina neighborhood. In less than a year, this was supposed to turn into this. But 7 months after signing the contract,
It was a stick-up.
Lane received a letter from the builder.
Pay us or, lose your home, lose your piece of the American dream.
In a letter from Our Country Homes, the company's president wrote, "This unfortunately is not an easy letter to write, but one that simply cannot be avoided due to the current market conditions." The company said because of the rise in material and labor costs that was out of its control, it was raising the price of Lane's home by 15%.
They lied to us.
Lane says when he signed the contract back in July, he specifically asked the builder's sales executive if there was a chance the price would go up.
He looked at me, straight in my face, said, "I can guarantee that Our Country Homes has never canceled homes before. We never will in the future."
Our Country Homes declined an interview, but told the CBS 11 I-Team, as a home builder, you never want to be in a position to cancel the contract. But the company said when Lane would not accept the adjusted price, it exercised Section 11A of the contract titled Builder's Right to Terminate. The clause allows a builder without notice or without reason to terminate the contract. It's a clause that's in most new home contracts. But before a year ago, it was rarely used. That's not the case anymore.
We worked on this design from the ground up.
For the past year, the I-Team has heard from would-be home buyers who have seen their dreams taken away after builders canceled contracts. Online, we found buyer after buyer complaining about different builders with the same issue.
Within the last 6 months, I've probably received over 75 to 100 calls on it.
Rachel Caralla is a real estate attorney. She says she understands why builders want to protect themselves from the rise in material and labor costs, but says the problem is buyers are not afforded the same protections in these contracts if the price to build a home goes down. She says this makes them one-sided, but there's not much buyers can do about it.
The only thing that they can really do is write to your congressperson and let them know that builders should not be allowed to have these unilateral termination clauses in their contract.
The CBS 11 I-Team reached out to more than 30 local state lawmakers, asking them if they believe legislative action is needed to address this issue. Most declined to comment, while others said they simply didn't know enough about the issue.
I hope by this story and others that the lawmakers understand the problem that's happening and try to do something about it, because we have to show our consumers that we care about them too.
It was really hard on my wife.
Lane says this has taken a financial and emotional toll on his family and hopes others don't see their dreams canceled due to the fine print.
Our Country Homes told us in hopes of avoiding more situations like this, it has now shifted its focus to building more spec homes. That way the home is done and all the costs are known before a buyer signs a contract. In Collin County with the I-Team, Brian New, CBS 11 News.
Brian, we thank you, sir.